Hi, how you doing? The only solution I can see to homelessness is to buy land. I've been talking about that all throughout my videos. I do recommend if you have children to buy them a lot so they can, when they turn 17 or 18, they'll have something just in case they get homeless. They can at least park on their lot and don't have to worry about uh, the police kicking them off the land. So I do urge you to when your child, particularly turns 17 or 18, to buy them a lot. Okay. I urge you to buy the cheapest lot you can find. Try tax delinquent properties. Maybe you can buy an abandoned plantation. And I also say, if you have 100 or $200,000 to spare, maybe you can buy an abandoned town. There are those abandoned towns. There's some definitely in West Virginia. There's some, excuse me, in the Midwest. There are abandoned projects in North Carolina, Burlington, etc. There are those properties. And if you think about it, if you do buy a project, all the infrastructure is there. Okay, so, the sewer system, all the electrical systems, everything is there. So you don't have to worry about that. So if you have that kind of money to spare, I do urge you to consider buying a project or buying an abandoned plantation or something of that nature. In Mississippi, you can buy in Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. You can buy very cheap tax delinquent property. In Alabama, you probably can buy it for $45. You can do a lot of your research online. I would say you can do 95% of your research online. Let's just say you download a map of Alabama. So you say which county has a percentage of black populations, because you don't want to, you really, if you're a person of color, you don't want to go to a sundown town. I'm being real and honest. You don't want to go to a sundown town. So look at when you get a map of Alabama, for example, look at the counties that have a decent percentage of blacks that live there. And then you can do the tax delinquent property search. I think in Alabama you can do a tax delinquent property search. You can buy tax delinquent property all year round. I think every state has a different set of rules. Okay, every county has a different set of rules. So but you can do probably at least 80% of your research online. You're gonna probably have to pay a lawyer about $300 to do a title search. So I do recommend doing that. If you are homeless right now, uh, look, you can do a lot of your research online and you can just see, okay, that's an abandoned lot. Okay. Or you can either get an abandoned lot or abandoned lot with a shack. Okay. Whatever you choose. Okay. There are abandoned celebrities home. LL Cool J and Mike Tyson have had abandoned homes. Okay. Liza Minnelli's father, she said there's abandoned property in her family. So Burt Reynolds had an abandoned ranch. Okay. So I do recommend that you do your research first if you have X amount of dollars to spare. But like I said, if you're homeless, if you're on Skid Row, I ask you to consider the southern states, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. I mean, it has to be better than living on Skid Row. If you just go buy an abandoned church or something, or to buy an abandoned lot in Mississippi or Alabama, that has to be better than living on Kensington Avenue. That just has to be better. Okay. That's the only solution I know. If you're a veteran, you can go VA, no money's down, to buy some kind of house or maybe a property. You have to check with the VA. I don't know what the rules are. I don't know what the updated rules are. So if you're a veteran, if you're on disability, which a lot of veterans are, you probably can still get a loan from a bank and still, put a very small down payment or no down payment at all through your VA benefits. So I do urge you to do that. Now, don't go buy a house using VA benefits and then let it go into foreclosure. At least try to sell it. Okay, you need to pay off that VA loan because they were nice enough to give it to you. Okay, so that's why I'm saying don't go buy a McMansion if you're a veteran. Just buy something real cheap. So that's the only solution I know to homelessness. Have a nice day.